Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and the race for Speaker of the House has just taken a dramatic turn as one of the top candidates has dropped out of the race. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those things really help us out. They're little things, but they're massive to us. Folks, yesterday, right after the attacks on Israel from Hamas, one speaker candidate stood with Neil Cavuto on Fox News, and he gave his assessment of what's going on in the Middle East and the fact that we need a Speaker of the House quickly because funds are going to have to be allocated, things are going to have to be done to help Israel. And we cannot be without a speaker for weeks or months. We just cannot do it. And so he's decided to step aside and let just the two combatants battle this one out. Let's take a look.
And anything they need to do to support and defend their country.
So let me ask you about, you talked about responding with one voice on this, so that could, paraphrasing here, sir, but there's been a good deal to talk about now since Kevin McCarthy's surprise removal as Speaker, that you have to unite around someone. Your name has come up as a possible candidate for Speaker. Are you?
Well, certainly, Neil, what I've done, as I said to you before, and I've said to others, I was going to spend the time to talk to every single member. I've talked to over 200 with a lot of thoughts and prayer, especially what we're seeing right now with Israel. I think it's time that we do everything we can to unify our party. I know there's a lot of people that are upset, members that are upset, but right now what we see is we need leadership in the world. And that's going to come from the Republican Party and the Congress so we can get our bills back on the floor. As I mentioned, we put bills forward back in May to prevent things like this from happening. Nothing's going to get on the floor until we get a speakership. And because of that, this is bigger than any one individual. My dear friend Jim Jordan and Steve Scalise, ironically, both RSC chairs formerly, as I am today, big on policy. I'm going to step aside and let them give their best case why they should be Speaker of the House. And we need to get together very quickly so we can get our Congress back open for business so we can move this great nation forward. And I think that's the right thing to do right now.
So, Congress, you mentioned Jim Jordan and Steve Scalise. They're the two best-known candidates, presumably the only public candidates for Speaker. Do you have a preference?
Well, certainly I have a preference that we can get to 270.
Now, you give me Jim Jordan or Steve Scalise, I'm happy with either one of those options for Speaker of the House. They are both tremendous patriots and tremendous people. I think that, this is the right move for him to step out of this. He was not a leading candidate, and though he probably was liked by a lot more moderates, having them choose between Jordan and Scalise gives us a lot more to go on. I think if you get Jordan or Scalise, you're almost certainly going to have an impeachment of President Joe Biden. You're going to have much more stringent handle on this administration and much more investigation and discovery into what this administration has done with Jordan or Scalise. So I think this was a smart move for him and for America. I do want to know what you guys think about it, so please let me know in the comments. Also, again, please like and share. Those two things, most important. And of course, like I said, leave your comments and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm Carmine Sabia. This is Explain America. We love you guys. God bless you. Take care, everybody.